This video is next in my series of best travel tips. Today, I'd like to discuss the pros and cons of small group travel. All right, let's do this. It's unfortunate, but I think sometimes group travel, and especially small group travel, gets a bit of a bad rap. By my definition, small group travel means just 6 to 10 people on any trip, and sometimes even just 4, which is the minimum required on several of my trips. In this video, I'd like to talk about the many benefits of small group travel, as well as some of the cons. Small group travel provides a really nice framework for your trip. Depending on who you choose to travel with, and I can only speak for my tours, everything is arranged for you in advance by a professional tour organizer, and in my case, someone with more than 15 years of full-time experience doing just that. Most of your trip is pre-arranged from soup to nuts, so much of the work is done for you. At least on my tours, you just have to arrange your international flights with my instruction and then just show up. We'll take care of you from there. Don't get me wrong though, I also like to provide a really good balance of arranged activities and free time. So on the average trip, you'll have about a half day scheduled and a half day free. So you can explore on your own and in smaller groups and make your own experiences and memories. On just about all of my tours, I provide all breakfasts and on average one other meal per day. So you don't feel like you have to be with the group 24/7. And you can go out on your own or as a couple for a high-end meal. Or perhaps you want street food. Or maybe you'll even decide to skip a meal, because no one ever goes hungry on my trips. Just think of the countless hours you spend piecing together even the average trip. Certainly your time is worth something, so let the pros do the legwork, saving you considerable headache, and as we all know, time is money. My trips are thoroughly scouted and researched in advance. So I know the hotels, guides, restaurants, transportation, and drivers, and I've done all the activities and had all the experiences, and so I pick and choose each one very carefully so I know that they're right for my groups. That said, I also leave room for spontaneous experiences, which oftentimes can be the most memorable. Pricing can be lower because of secret and group discounts, and economies of scale that come with traveling with a number of other people. Common costs such as guides and transportation are shared across all participants so that you don't have to bear the entire burden. And at times we can get special discounts for using particular vendors year after year, and we pass those savings along to our guests. One of my favorite benefits of small group travel is the fact that there's great camaraderie and plenty of networking opportunities. Lifelong friendships are made on my tours, and even if you're joining a trip as a solo traveler, there's always someone to do something with during your free time. Remember, you're with a group of like-minded fellow travelers who probably share your same interests. On average, over 50% of the participants on any of my trips have traveled with me before, and so chances are really good they'll know others on the tour. And I think this high return rate says a lot about the fact that people trust me and can count on my consistency and the high quality experiences that I provide. And of course, word of mouth is the best advertisement.
I gotta tell you, I love to travel. This is the best trip I've ever taken in my life.
Cambodia is great. We've got fresh seafood, some little grilled octopus at the market here that is absolutely fantastic. If you're a seafood lover, you gotta come on Cambodia, Kingdom of Wonder. It cannot be beat.
We're having a kick-ass time checking out the local reindeer and scenery. We went dog sledding and we met a local shaman, and we just baked bread with a Lappish local. We're getting ready for a happy hour round of cocktails and some smoked salmon. And on the way, we took a lot of really fabulous pictures and had some good times. Check it out.
And I'm here at Copper Canyon in Mexico with Ralph's tour. Really enjoy the fact that you're just not put on a bus and dropped from site to site. You know, he'll take you through the back streets to the site. You get to really get the flavor of the city you're in and the people that live there. He seems to have friends everywhere, so that's a big plus because you get there and he knows everybody. Really enjoy his trips. can't believe he's been doing this for 10 years already. Wow.
And there's strength and safety in numbers. Let's not forget about the peace of mind that comes with knowing that when you're walking the city streets, you don't have to be on your own. And that there's almost always someone who can watch your things while you use the restroom, go do some shopping, or ask a question at the information booth. When I was 24, I did a 5-month solo round-the-world trip to 15 countries on 5 continents. And every time I wanted to hit the WC, go buy tickets, or check the departure board at the airport, I had to drag all my things with me and constantly be on guard. And that can get old real quick. Smaller groups mean better access to more authentic experiences. With a group size of just 4 to 10, when it's practical, we stay at family-owned and operated boutique hotels, often reserving the entire property just for us. We can use smaller vehicles that can get into the back roads and parts of a city not available to the big bus tours, and parking is that much easier. We can eat at more intimate family-run restaurants, as well as at times visit the homes and workshops of locals who would never be able to handle a larger group. Last but certainly not least, there's almost always someone there to take a photo of you in these amazing places, so you don't have to always be taking selfies. Now, don't get me wrong, small group travel isn't perfect. Nothing is. And you'll likely need to follow a schedule at times. And so in that sense, there may be less freedom than you're used to, as you have to consider your fellow travelers, because now you're part of a group. In all aspects of my life, I'm considerate of other people's time. And so I make it a point to always be punctual, if not early, for any appointments or meeting times I have. On my trips, I'm very upfront about this and make sure that everyone understands it's really important to be on time for all group activities and meeting times, because we have to consider our fellow travelers. That said, I don't think I've ever had a negative comment about that from a single participant, because this of course is in everyone's best interest. No one likes waiting for other people. My feeling is that if I'm even just 10 minutes late, I'm actually much later than that, in the fact that I've now wasted 10 minutes times the number of people there. At least that's the way I look at it. And on my trips, if you're late, you're buying drinks. That said, in over 15 years of organizing and leading tours around the world, I'll bet just 5 or 6 people have had to buy the group a drink due to being late, because everyone respects each other's time, which is exactly how it should be. Finally, there may be different personality types and travel styles of other group members that you need to consider. Over my many years of organizing and leading over 100 international tours and over 100 domestic tours in the US, I've only had a handful of people I wouldn't invite back again. And I think this is a testament to how I set expectations and try to be very upfront with those considering my trips, so that they know exactly what type of trip they're signing up for, and if they don't like something about my tours or me, they'll filter themselves out. And in the end, that's good for everyone. I can honestly say that I have some of the best clients in the world, and I hesitate to even call them clients, as way more often than not, they become very good friends. And so needless to say, I have the best job going, in that I get to share the wonders of the world with like-minded friends. What do you say? Let's hit the road. Question of the day. Do you take small group tours? If so, what's been your experience? Let us know in the comments below. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to check out the others in my Best Travel Tips playlist. They're designed to help you prepare for just about any trip you might have coming up. Next, follow me on social media and join my mailing list to get a free download. Finally, share this video and the channel with others, subscribe, and give it a big thumbs up. You can support the channel by checking out my online stores, where I have pandemic, travel, photography, and continental drifter items for sale. And be sure to grab my latest physical books on Amazon. They make great gifts. And remember, drifters, life's too short not to travel.